emergency. Please step aside, sir.
Hey, get lost. I'm waiting here, huh?
FBI, you might want to stay out of this, all right, sir? Excuse me, sir. Ma'am, please, back off. All right, I need 8 double tall.
You have to wonder. I'm hearing, obviously, some of you know, if you don't know, there's going to be another giveaway on 6Kale Raw tonight. I'm trying to find the darn thing. Is it possible that it's going to be not Jed Urso, although Lane could always convince me, but it looks like we got a Han, a Solo deluxe Han from my collection that we're going to be giving away tonight. Again, you're going to have to be tuned in, and you're going to have to stay tuned in. Who knows when we're going to do it? I may do it in 2 minutes. I may do it in an hour and a half. I'm also hearing that it's possible that the Hot Toys Wizard may be interrupting this program tonight too. And what you gonna do when the Dark Jedi goes 6Kale Raw on you? Listen, we're giving away more Hot Toys. We're probably gonna get interrupted from the Hot Toys Wizard, and possibly maybe even as soon as tomorrow morning. Maybe we'll go ahead and wake up and get yet another one of these guys. Is OG Fan in the house already?
I'm Boba Fett. I'm here to see the mayor. Boba Fett. Do you have an appointment?
Best role that Pablo had in all of Mando.
Well, listen, Lane. We keep getting like all these Ironmans. We keep getting all these Spider-Mans. I want more freaking Boba Fett's, Lane. I want more.
I'm Boba Fett. I'm here to see.
We've already got like
Boba Fett. Listen, I'm putting you on the spot. First, how are you? But when we're going to get another Boba Fett, because in the crystal ball, which really works when you have some wizard juice, I'm hearing something about another Boba Fett. But where do you think we're going to get one?
Well, if we're going to get one anytime soon, it'd probably have to be if they snuck one out for the return of the 40th anniversary, because we don't know. Maybe if he had appeared like originally, the actor Tamora Morrison was saying he was supposed to have an appearance in Mando season 3. I'd say more than likely a good shot that we would, if he had some slight difference to the armor or something, or we got, I don't know, see him wield the Darksaber for 30 seconds and they get like punched in the face or something.
Wasn't there some other comic like we got to read a suit Boba Fett? So do we really need?
Yeah, I don't know. Recently, right now they're just fighting evil droids consumed by the dark side of the Force. Right now, like leading in. Like
so we're getting another. We're getting another BB-9E,
and it's still going to December. It's been going for like 3 months and infecting everything and being stupid. But as long as you're not making, as long as tonight we're not trying to be like Star Wars, the Song of Sabers and Sith-Spawn or something like that in length. So going like 2 hours and 45 minutes, I think people will be all in for that. Han Solo type. Okay, that was a bad pun. Someone could have laughed at it. Well, thanks, guys.
It was kind of like this, Lane. It went like this.
Watch this.
That's what I was feeling right there. 30 seconds. That was my feeling. They told me it would be funny. They told me it would be funny. But hey, no, it's otherwise. Other than my sense of humor needs to go in for another tune-up before the jump to hilarity. It's great to be here with you guys and everything tonight, as always. And
well, Lane,
guys, it's good to see you too, guys.
It's good for you to be here, Lane. Your sense of humor is great. I know you're going to be doing something with this guy right here. You're at table 2 with this guy. Everybody, if you're at table 2, Lane will come visit you right now. Let's fill you up, baby.
I love the way you make them.
Good to have you here, Lane. Going around this way, we have got my man, my brother, who, listen, it's so good to see you, Jay. Brother Cousins Toy Reviews. Dude, what is going on? We've gotten so many freaking hot toys in 2023. We're going to be
Yeah.
talking a little bit about that. We got some heat, and I feel
Yes.
like it may be the start with that Ahsoka the White of maybe some floodgates, maybe even as I play this for you to kind of get the evil more up in the air like we just did with Jim Carrey at table 2. Let's play this for you, baby. Is it possible?
Oh yeah, baby. Yes. Pulling stuff out of the crypt and out of the crates. Yeah. Oh man. Let me see. Can we get a Baze Malbus? Can we get
Ooh.
that? Can we get that, please? Please? You know,
Poe Dameron? Poe Dameron?
maybe that's another good one. Yeah, maybe. Maybe.
Jay, quarter scale.
Blow that
Kylo Ren.
junk out of the
All fighters.
I
That
think
would
we
be.
got better chance
I
for
don't
General
understand.
Hut.
I don't understand why we didn't get that, because that seems like something that they would do. I think that still has legs. I think that still would sell if they actually did that. We should have been got that actually. Core scale Kylo, come on. We could have did
Yeah,
that.
Jay, a question for you. With all these figures, even with some of these movies, some of them bombs, right? We were talking that on your show, Best of the Best on Thursday. We were talking
Yep.
about some of these figures, like some people weren't crazy, some collectors with Love and Thunder, but still
Right.
getting some of the figures because they like the figure. I mean, really, I think a quarter scale Kylo Ren, Adam Driver, that'd probably be pretty hot to add a quarter scale Sith, especially if they limited it to a couple thousand pieces. That
It
crap
was
would go, baby. It'd go.
it would definitely go. I can
I
definitely,
think
especially if it's based off the last Kylo we got, the six
With
six
the
scale
glowing
Kylo
head sculpt,
with the glowing heads.
with
Yeah,
the mask
yeah.
and everything. which is-
A lot of people liked those two figures from that film. I know a lot of people, that film. Yeah, it's either here or there, but the fact that the figures themselves were amazing. So if we got I could definitely see a quarter scale Kylo. That could definitely happen. That would be, yeah, especially
Well,
if it was limited. Shit, it's out the door.
well, Jay, look
Out
what
the door.
freaking Charlie the Unicorn. Good to have you in here, buddy. And welcome everybody in the chat. Says quarter scale, Dark Side Ray, 500 pieces. You have to wonder.
And hey, man, with
Yeah.
those, you've been talking about how the limited numbers and stuff to kind of put in context recent ones that like on Toys Buying Agent right now, who's in Hong Kong right now, one of the seller for talking about how these limited number can affect how people want, even if the figure is a 2.0 or whatever, both that Miles Morales, the 2.0 for his suit, and the Spider-Man 2.0, they're selling for almost 4,300.
Wow, really, buddy?
Hong Kong. And
Wow.
the miles, and it's not that they're just sitting there, because they had previously had the miles in, which they sold for 3,700. Within
Wow.
the same week it came, in a week and a half after it released. And so they raised it because they were able to sell it that much. So it's not like that's what they priced it and it may go for. They sold the one not that much cheaper just within the last couple of weeks, and they just got it back in stock. So with these limited numbers, what you've been talking about, sorry, I didn't mean to jump, because I know we have another distinguished gentleman of our panel to get to, but I just was something I had seen just the other day over the weekend. I thought, which is something I thought about you when I looked at that. So I thought that would just be something, what your message has been. You've been talking about announced numbers, even if they do make less of some other figure, saying a number for something.
It's a good point, Lane.
Because it's so rare that they do it, at least in 1/6 scale. Statues, that may not affect stuff as much because everything gets numbered. So it's like, does it mean that much necessarily? But figures aren't, announced back very much. And often.
It's a good point, because, and that's a great comment there, Charlie the Unicorn. That the doors are open for basically, I don't want to say everything, but a lot of things, like a quarter scale Kylo Ren, even a quarter scale Darkside Ray, the Charlie the Unicorn, has that up there because of what's going on, not only with the secondary market, but the primary market. Look, with limited runs, shoot, you could put on, it's on the banner for the last month, which you could tell, you could put out a freaking Watto. And I'm telling you, people would buy that from the Phantom Menace. If it's now, if you make 10,000 of them,
300 bales of Gaunas will go up.
300 bales will be got in 3 minutes. I mean, because you gotta understand, guys, that collectors like us, and like especially us big Star Wars collectors, if we can get a piece that's actually a rare character that even, certain lines like, Hasbro are not going to put out so many different versions of Watto or even Bail Organa, we're going to jump all over that crap.
Absolutely.
To fill up that, right, Jay? We're going to fill that up. And selling 3,000 of those, and I think Howard Chand at Hot Toys knows absolutely. And before we get to our other guest here, the newsman here today, Jay, it's good to have you in here. Let's say hi to some of the people that are in here. And we have got the Collecting Madness inside the house. What is going on, my friend? Good to have you in here. And he's at table 66. So let's go ahead. Are things going good? How good are things going at table 66 tonight?
Good.
That just tells me if Collecting Madness is always at table 66, his life MMO, his title under the bar there, like in Star Wars The Old Republic, is Collecting Madness, title Bad Day for Jedi.
Boba Fettuccine, Lane, newsman, and Jay, Boba Fettuccine is in the house, and I always just have to send out for something whenever I see Boba Fettuccine.
You're delicious. Ciao, boys.
You're muted.
You're muted.
Oops, sorry. And right off the bat, we have got in the house Thule, who's saying, smash that like button. I so do very much appreciate your support. And listen, if you're watching and you're not subscribed, you may want to do so, because if you win the drawing tonight during the show and you're not subscribed, you're not going to be able to win. And there's a link in this video description right now. If you go to the video description, click on the link. That's the market show from 2 weeks ago. Not the market show from last night, but from 2 weeks ago. You need to comment on it. If you comment on that video right now and you sub and you stay tuned in, sometime during the show, you will be eligible for this solo baby that I'm going to be giving away sometime during the show tonight. Make sure you go to that link. Make sure you go comment on that show from 2 weeks ago, that market show. Make sure you hit the like button. Wheels is in the house, guys. Good evening and good evening to
that's
you.
The deluxe version too. It's
Yeah.
put on the box there, so it comes with some extra stuff that the regular one didn't for that.
Yeah, it sure does. Brady boy, what is going on, my friend? Good to have you in here. And Laura is in the house. What is up? And the single songwriter's in the house. And you have to wonder, Lane, with the single songwriter, sometimes this is what I think you call
They
it.
call him the Wizard.
I keep hearing we're going to get interrupted by the Hot Toys Wizard tonight. We'll have to see if that's actually the case.
Well, where's TK FOMO been? We haven't seen. He's been like busy eating who knows what on Coruscant with the Senate and stuff of the New Republic.
Well, I think he's already on it with Charlie the Unicorn to get a quarter scale Ray. He's going to be kind of like talking to Howard in his sleep tonight, saying quarter scale Ray.
See that right there is like what gives Howard. You say sequel trilogy is what gives him hot sweats at night when he's trying to go to sleep at 1 a.m.
Well, how about the deputy wants I want a grief cargo? Good to have you in here. I do too. And Coffin, I want Ayla Sakura as well. Good to have you in here.
Hey, she could fit for
AJ.
Revenge of the Sith. Her and who was the
Yeah.
commander with her? I forget which one was the commander with her. You know, who was the one who shot her?
Oh, oh gosh, I keep forgetting that. Now I don't know.
That command. Sorry, I don't mean to throw. But hey, you know, Revenge of the Sith. That would be a perfect time if they're willing to go in on Attack of the Clones. And Revenge of the Sith is like probably remembered even much better. That she would be like if you're doing a group of 9 or something like that from different characters, she would be perfect.
Dude, you just set yourself up, dude. You just set yourself up. You set yourself up, Lane. Revenge of the Sith doesn't even hold a candle to this freaking.
If you're about to fulfill your destiny, I'm logging out.
No, I don't even know if this is the right clip. Let's see. I mean, I doubt it. You know.
And there it is.
Lane left the building.
Bye, Lane. Goodbye, Lane. Let's all we can sing a song, you know, the Ballad of Lane. We've got Darth in here right now. What is going on? Bespin Han, please. Bespin Han. Looks like the Hot Toys wizard took Lane away. Messed with his
no, I got Snoped out of the room.
Jack Jones says, what's going on? And good to have Jack Jones in here. And we have got the Hot Toys Nightmare in the house as well. We have got Chase in here. Gosh, if I miss any of you, we have got Dale. We have got Neorific. We have got, gosh, so much. We have got Patrick in the Mick house as well. Good to have everybody in here. If I miss you, keep going on in the chat. I'll get to you, baby, as soon as possible. Bob Darcy is in here as well. What is going on? Ren's with a, ooh, yes. I would love a quarter scale mall, Jay.
In secondary, there has been a lot of malls up recently. You've been able mall for whether it's the Phantom Menace or like the Solo one. This is, guys, if you're looking for a mall recently, like Siscale, there have been some ones up on BSTs and secondary market for pretty reasonable prices. Like if you're looking for a mall right now, it's been a good time to get. I mean, they're not cheap, but I mean,
give me a quarter scale mall.
Yeah,
a USB lightsaber.
Oh,
What a good USB lightsaber.
I mean, 4 head sculpts. 4.
Yes.
4 different looks.
Dude, that's like $700.
Yes.
That's
Who
as much
cares?
as the Batmobile.
Dude. Oh my God. You know, we've got Dirty Scout in here. What is going on? Good to have you in here. Lane Kramer even saying to smash the like button. Looking forward to the show, Aries. So glad you're in here. Darth Chopper, good to have you in here. I'm sure Clinton Martin, good to have you in here. Gosh. Brent, we're finally getting to you. There's just so many people in here today. The newsman, dude, have you spoke to Mark Hamill on Twitter lately? What's going on?
No, I have not talked to him on Twitter lately, but you know, I understand he's doing some project on Netflix right now, so I'm just gonna leave the man to his thing. So, but you know, as far as Hot Toys goes, boy, they did it to us again. They just dropped a figure on us with no warning on Friday, and you know, Ahsoka the White, and it was a day one pre-order for me, and now we're heading into that Geeks Giving part of the world, right? And I gotta believe we're gonna see another one rolling out, at least one coming through there, don't you guys think? And I'm excited to see what it is, and I'm sure it's gonna stay in the Ahsoka family because that seems to be the space where they are creating their hay right now.
I tell you what, I think we're going to get hit with just about everything, Balin. And so many Dark Side Anakin. We're gonna get
on
hit.
holiday and then gonna get run over by both releases finally starting to come out and maybe some big pre-orders where you're going, are you going to do it right now, or where you're like,
Mhm.
I want to hit the pre-order button, but I don't know if I got any money in the tank to be able to like do that one final jump to the pre-order planet.
Well, we have got the 6-scale mafia in the house saying, "Happy Monday, Aries and Co. Where are the hot toys? Smash that like button." Good to have my friend Anthony here in the chat at 6-scale Raw tonight. Good to have you in here, brother. Make sure you guys sub to this guy right here. Always has awesome shows and always has Tales from the Dark Side on Saturday night. Brent, it's definitely good to have you in here for sure. But yeah, some of these, I mean, honestly, there is quite a bit of opportunity with these lower production runs for stuff like a quarter scale Maul, like that quarter scale Rey, like that quarter scale Kylo Ren we were talking about. It's a little.
Well, let me tell you something, brother. This is the Hot Toys Wizard disguised as the real Empire, baby. Right here. And listen, some of you that are talking about that Hot Toys is through with 40th anniversary of Return of the Jedi releases for 2023, I find your lack of faith disturbing. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe. Because what you gonna do when the evil Empire and Darth Vader and all this stuff and everything else run off again?
Darth Fomo, a new character here. And with that, let's go ahead and dive into the show. I guess we've got more 40th
22
coming.
minutes in, baby, but better late than never.
I know. And what you gonna do when the Dark Jedi goes 6-scale Raw on you? Listen, you have got the Star Wars newsman in the house. You have got the Midnight Collector, Lane Kramer, in the house. You have got Jay, brother cousins toy reviews in the cantina on the panel tonight. Make sure you smash the like button. Again, I'm giving away yet another hot toy tonight. Congratulations again to Mama Luigi, who went ahead and won the Stormtrooper Commander back just a few Raws ago. Congratulations again to Defio Dome, who's also in the chat, who went ahead and won the Moff Gideon the last time. And now today, giving away the Deluxe Maul. Make sure you stay tuned in because you got to be present on the show. There was a few people who were drawn before both of those guys on both different shows that missed out because they weren't here. Make sure you're in. Make sure you're subbed. If the first time you're watching, make sure you're subscribed. Go to the details in the video right now, which shows you the link to comment on, which is the show from a couple weeks ago. Make sure you comment on that one because that's the one we're going to be using for the drawing sometime during the show today. We just keep giving it away. And I'm going to tie in what we were talking about. I really feel because of these short runs, that there is just so much opportunity for things like figures from the Crick brother cousins, like we were talking about. You know, that Poe Dameron, well, shoot, you know, if we don't have to come out with 10,000, 15,000 of a figure, then maybe it makes sense to go ahead and print some of these off characters. And again, you know, you have to ask yourself, like, take a collector like me who's collecting Star Wars. I would pick up a Bail Organa. I would pick up, you know, an Admiral Ozzel.
Yeah.
I would pick up some of these characters. Why? Because they fit in with the Star Wars collection, and it makes that cabinet, it makes that display,
exactly,
it makes that diorama so much. And I believe, Jay, Hot Toys has got to know that with some marketing data saying, crap, okay, well, maybe we can't sell 10,000. Shoot, you can't even sell 10,000 freaking Mandos anymore, Jay, because they're still sitting at Tox.
That's right.
But I know that you could move a couple thousand Bail Organas. But what do you think about that, baby? Go.
And that's the thing. I mean, there's collectors out here that we have holes in our collection, you know, and we've had holes in our collection for years. And then what do? We go look at the third party. And sometimes the third party figures at best are hit and miss. Let's be honest. You get a good one for every great one you get one that's like, you know, there's the only but so good. And then we have to settle for that. They leave money on the table. That's what I'm getting at. Hot Toys, and they've been doing this for years. And I think to remedy that and to, you know, to help collectors with these holes in their collection and for them to get a little bit of money is to go ahead and, you're right, put out some of these side characters, put them out, do a short run. If they want them, if whoever wants them will get them, and that's it. No more. You know, and they could do this. I don't know why they don't do it. I know a lot of people want top tier characters, and a lot of people right now are just doing top tier characters in their collections because it's so much stuff out here. It's so many people vying for your money right now. So a lot of people are like, hey, I just want this character, I want this character. But for us that have these large collections that really go in, and let's face it, a lot of Star Wars collectors, we do that. At one point, it was like that with Marvel. Maybe not so much like that anymore because Marvel's in transition right now. That's a whole nother conversation. But Star Wars, when you look at Star Wars collectors, we go in. You know what I'm saying? We go in on a lot of this stuff, deep lines. So why not go ahead and give us some of these side characters? Why not give us a low buy? You know, why not? You know, why not give us a Poe Dameron? Especially when you could do a limited run. And I mean, now they already know. They did this whole Artisan thing, and the Artisan thing, the biggest attraction of the Artisan thing, the rooted hair, that's a good thing, but also the exclusivity. That's what we've been asking for a long time. So if they stick with that, they give us, you know, a figure like that. Like they gave us a Bail Organa or something like that, and it was exclusive. People that even wasn't planning to get that figure would go and get that figure, and there you go, another $1 million for Hot Toys. So I don't know.
Well, Jay, look at this right here, and guys, look, here's an example, and here's a pretty popular character. Looking at them at Marvel, Jay.
Mm-hmm.
And here's a case in point. I mean, this Star-Lord's already gone.
Yep.
And I didn't even realize that. I was bringing it up on your show, on Thursday night. And I was like, wow, did you guys know that, like, a lot of these are kind of like getting swept under the rug. It's like, oh, that's gone. I mean, you kind of look at Sideshow right now and sort out all these Hot Toys, and you're like, waitlist. What does that mean? Like, are we going to get anything new? Or are they just going to sell what they have? Hell no, because they want more freaking money. But like, look at this character here. So you talk about some of those other characters. They didn't make a whole lot of the Star-Lord, Jay. Mm-hmm. And that's an example, but it didn't stop them. You know, they didn't put out 10,000 of this, but that didn't stop them from putting this out.
And that's the thing. They put it out. I mean, Star-Lord does well. That's a top tier character. He's a top tier character. From the Marvel Studios era that a lot of people love. They love these Guardians movies. That last movie rocked it. So I think the only thing that kind of has this figure in a weird position is if are we going to get the rest of the line? They were pumping out these figures when the movie was like in theaters, but then they just stopped. They showed us Drax. They showed us the chick with the antenna. Can't remember her name right now. Mantis.
Yeah,
There we go.
yeah.
They gave us they showed those two at Summer Showcase, but we still waiting for that. We're still waiting for the pre-order to drop, which I believe they will do it, but it's still kind of slow, and that still keeps doubt in a lot of collectors' minds. So I think once they release the rest of that line, I think that's when it this will fly. But with this being already sold out, I don't know what this whole thing. It's kind of hard.
Well, look at Nebula right here too. She's gone.
Wow. I'm starting to think, I don't know, man. Is it here's the thing. Is it a thing where that these figures are I'm starting to feel hijinks because these figures are going really quick right now. Really quick. So is it a thing where they just want to create this false hype and make you rush and get on a wait list? Because I ain't gonna lie, I've had a lot of stuff on wait list convert. Yeah. It did. It may have taken a little bit, but it has converted.
It's randomly. They'll pop up and you're like, wait, what? Like
exactly
7 months before they come out or something or longer, and you're like,
it's a good question, but here's how I answer that. If they are, so check this out, and another shout out to here's Hawk Wars, and I was talking about this on my market show yesterday, Brent, jumping into what Jay and what Lane was just chiming in on here. So here's $166, newsman, for a figure that's in stock and new from a very reputable seller. You see the price there, right, Brent?
Yes, sir.
As I'm pulling that up, and then let's actually pull it up while it's in stock. So I want you to answer Jay's question. Are they trying to fool us, or is this a real issue?
Man, oh man, oh man, it's so
hard, right?
I want to lean toward the fact that they're only making 2,000 to 3,000 of these figures available. I think that it is a short run, and I think if you want to get in on them, you better get in on them from the jump. And they're going to wait lists, and I bet you they're gone. I mean, how many figures have come back off of wait list and become available, even in the Star Wars world?
Not many.
It's just not many, and I want to kind of live in the world where they're being real with us. But I guess at the end of the day, they can do whatever they want. They want to create a false narrative on what's going on. I suppose they can go ahead and do that. But if you do that and people see that it's on wait list, a lot of people are going to give up and never look again. So you might be turning some people away.
That's a good point.
And
that's a good point.
Then people won't come back again until they get a teaser or they see on Facebook that a figure that they're truly looking for is being announced, and then they're back in the game again, and who knows when that is. So my thought is that I think we're just in this world now where the average product run of these figures is right around 3,000, maybe 3,500, and that's it. And they're not going to announce that because they don't want you to know that number. They want to keep that secret, and then suddenly they're gone.
Makes sense.
Jay, let me bounce it back to you, Lane. I'll get to you to get your thought in there, because that's another good point. And I feel like we're having a good conversation here to try and figure out what's going on. Look at even this one, Jay, $185.50. And then when you go ahead and pull it up on Sideshow, it's just not moving. I mean,
yeah,
but
slight disconnect.
But here's the thing.
That's that old stock.
If they were to do that, I'd almost would be excited about it, Jay, because I would seriously just exercise so much patience to just wait to get it for that price.
Yeah,
but I feel like the cat would be out of the bag with that type of thing. But I hear what you're saying, Jay, because it's almost like surreal. Like, really, Star-Lord is gone. Gamora is gone. You know what else is gone, Jay? Freaking even this guy here, dude. So I'm gonna bring it back at you to answer to Brett and get your thoughts. This one's gone too. Could they bring these back?
I don't know. I don't know. I think they pull this with different figures. I really do. I really do. That could be a thing too. This could be a mixed bag, or it could really be gone. I mean, the fact of the matter is, we just don't know, and they're keeping us in the dark on that. And I mean, and that makes sense for them business wise. It totally does. I mean, my thing is, and what I stress to a lot of collectors is just, if you know what you want, and if you want it, go after it, pre-order it. That's the best thing you can do, because you don't want to be in a situation where you got to go to the secondary market or have to play that game, or, any of that. Just, if you want it, buy it within a couple of weeks of the pre-order drop, just to make sure that you're secure. Put that, if you don't have all the money straight up front, put that NRD down. Just make sure you have a spreadsheet, keep everything ready to go when it may drop, and then just be ready to pay that big bill when it comes in. That's where they're putting this at. That's the seat we have to sit in at this point, because it could be bullshit. It could be, but then again it couldn't. I mean, hey, I'll tell you personally, I was waiting to have a waitlist converted for my RoboCop, and it never came.
You know what though? But most of them are converting.
I had one convert.
Most of them are converting. I really believe that there's a great opportunity, but I think once the initial buzz is gone, Wayne, because Jay, you brought up that point before. Like some of them don't. Like I never had my Arena Fet, Jay, go through. No. But I even had the Warner Brothers 100 Wonder Woman go through. It actually went through for me. But I think it's because things are so tight, Wayne, that perhaps that people will cancel their pre-order. You'll see something, people will have their chance if they really, really, really want it. But then when it's gone, it's gone. But Lane, talking about this Iron Man here, and hello back at you. The movie canon, what is going on? And Blazing Asian saying, before we get Lane's comments here, what's up? And what's up, back at you. Come on. Single songwriter in here is saying, you're probably right, Stryker, with all that happened around the world economically. They will give us Return of the Jedi 40th next year. We have nice designs and packaging. I think that's just because if it doesn't come this year doesn't mean that it wouldn't come. But Lane, go ahead, go. And this Iron Man, Lane, there's a lot of Iron Mans in stock. This is one that's gone already.
Yeah, I know. I have it on pre-order.
Are you excited about it? So, Lane, let me ask you about this as we continue to go, because
I got this one, not with the gantry. It was like $600,
and not the one with the gantry, which is now also on waitlist.
Yeah.
Wow, that didn't go on waitlist as quick. So, Lane, let me ask you this: this Iron Man, they've been coming out with a lot of these 2.0 Iron Men, which is really hurting the 1.0s. I'll be honest with you. On some of these,
sure, these are better versions of them.
Yes, but there's actually some figures where the prior versions are actually doing okay, like the old Joker, the DX11, I believe that is. Even guys, the DX07 is hanging around $400 to $500, which is interesting.
Oh, the original Luke, Bespin Luke.
So there's some value with some of these, but this Tony Stark has rolling eyes. It's like so many of them in the past didn't even have it. So Lane, with like Iron Men, and now these are more appropriate sizes. Are these going to tank all the prior Iron Men? Are they like? What do you think?
I think for the most part, probably for general thing, it is going to affect the pricing of them. Now these are on wait list, but obviously whenever he finally comes out, we'll probably see conversions and stuff in the short term, and then it'll be just every once random in the blue kind of thing. I do think that this is where I'm getting this one, but I don't have any of the original. I own 0 Ironmans actually at the moment. So the 2.0s were what I was looking at as a more recent collector of those. With the 2.0 figure though, like I'm certain to a certain extent, like the Anakin Artisan, obviously that was a short run one, but even still, it was another Anakin Revenge of the Sith. It probably affected, at least in the short term, like for the light side Anakins, they probably went down. I've seen some dark side Anakins, for where they used to be. Sometimes on BST selling for a little bit less than they had been. I've seen a couple go for under 600, not too recently. So I think when you re-release a character in a similar look, but like this can affect if there's an older version of the figure. Now, did Clone Wars Anakin, which was almost the same sculpt as light side Anakin, that even caused a bump in the road for light side Anakin back when it came out, like what, a year and a half ago or something? Zero. It had zero effect.
Zero. Actually, when that for the regular Anakin and that dark side Anakin, when the Clone Wars Anakin was first announced, it affected the price in the secondary market, honestly, guys, for about 3-4 weeks. And then it was just a little bump, and then there was no more bump. I mean, obviously, the story's all over there that you could tell. But Lane, good point. Let me bounce it back to Jay. Jay, this is a good one here, because like even some of the people in the chat over here, and if I could find one of the comments that Charlie the Unicorn says, Jay, that these 2.0s are closer to movie accurate height wise. It's looking like these head sculpts, like this looks pretty amazing there. And you get to move the eyes around. It's like an upgrade, Jay.
Oh, yeah.
How much is like an Iron Man like this going to be like? I'm just going to come right out and say it. Where some collectors may say, oh, I got crappy old Iron Man, I don't want them no more.
Yeah. I mean, the funny thing is, I remember before this was announced, I was actually about to go back and hunt my Mark 6 down. The Mark 6 diecast. I forget which MMS number it was, but it was the one that they put out before, of course, before this one. I sold it, and then I realized I didn't need to sell it at that time, and I just put it in the UPS, and I got some money, had some money came in, and I was just like, damn it, I really want that figure back. And I was actually going to go get this figure, and I was going to have it on Good Morning Grails and all this stuff. And then this came out, and I was like, wow, I'm so glad. I'm so glad I didn't rebuy that figure, because this one is so much better. This one is right up my alley. Updated head sculpt, rolling eyeballs. Yeah, these things are just getting better with all through, with all the time that's coming. They're just getting better. They're just getting better over the years. I think you're starting to see that now. You're starting to see a lot of people get rid of a lot of stuff. You're seeing people in our community getting rid of Star Wars grails. You know what I'm saying? You're seeing a lot of that now, because people want the latest and greatest. And it's not even about just the latest. It's about the greatest versions of these characters. And when you start seeing stuff like this, you start seeing head sculpts that look like this and with rolling eyes and everything. This is some highly I'm not going to say, because this stuff was always around, but for Hot Toys, it's innovation. So these are highly innovative figures compared to what we were getting, back in 2014 and 2015. So you're seeing people going after this stuff. And you're going to see a lot of people sell their old stuff off. Now, the problem with that is everybody is selling stuff off. And we always say this, you got to have a healthy aftermarket to make these figures worth something in the collector game. It just isn't. I just don't hope it's a thing where Hot Toys is just kind of, the snake eating its own tail sort of thing. I just hope that they don't.
Oh, that's a good one, Jay. That's a good one.
Yeah, had to throw that in there. But I just hope. It's not. But hey, I just hope it's not that type of thing where they're just like, where they're kind of disservicing their own product. But who knows? Who really knows? But right now, I know me personally, I'm glad that I waited and I didn't buy back my old Mark 6, because I really want this one.
Jay
No,
makes a
I
great point, guys.
go ahead, Brent.
I was checking on eBay the other day just for the heck of it, see what's out there in terms of dark side Anakins, and there are a lot of them out there right now.
Yeah.
Out there for auction or buy it now, and a lot of them have sold in eBay sold. So Jay makes a great point. I mean, that is considered or was considered obviously a year or so ago the belle of the ball, right?
Yeah.
And now people are dumping that figure. Well, for what?
Well,
are they doing
similar hair like here,
Right.
Brent? But right on with
So
what you're saying.
There's always a bigger fish. There's always something better. You don't know something is going to exist until it officially does, and then you have to make a decision.
Yep.
And the fact that there's a lot of the dark side Anakins back out there again. I mean, Aries, you probably know a little bit better about how better that the particular figure is performing than all of us do. But I've got to believe when a lot of them drop on the secondary market, they're not going for $800-900. They're probably going for $500-600. But it brings it down a little bit. It saturates things.
It does. And listen, for everybody that's in here, you are going to be, there is another giveaway with Raw. So make sure that you subscribe if this is the first time you're watching, because that's the first way to be able to get the hot toy we're going to be giving away tonight. Again, congratulations to the a couple of Raws ago to Mama Luigi, who already got his figure. Good job there. And also to Defio Dome the last time, and he's in the chat. He received his figure there, the Moff Gideon, giving away another one tonight. Make sure you stay tuned in because you got to be present. And then go to the details in the video. That'll tell you how to enter besides being present and being subscribed. Just click on the link that's in there. That's the market show from a couple weeks ago. Just make sure you comment on it. You don't have to comment on it an exorbitant amount of times, just once, and then we'll draw it sometime later in the show here for sure. Good stuff. Guys, and make sure you smash the like button with 100 in here. Here's the point. I'll open this up to everyone. You're getting some of these figures that are going up like crazy. Like this Wonder Woman, limited to 1,500 pieces. And this is a U.S. seller, just gone, $620, not including the $58 in shipping. This is well over $700, guys, with a figure like this. And I'm leaving this up because Old 16 Collector said, Jay, and Jay, I know you have this figure, so I'm going to bounce it back to you. I have it as well. The deals on Facebook and eBay are crazy, like Brent was just saying. He just grabbed the sealed Wonder Woman Golden Armor Deluxe for $200. I'm seeing it like crazy with Wonder Woman now. That some of these figures, because and people are jumping on this, like right here, just $700 gone, dude. What do you think about that?
Well, I'll be honest with you. I had the Golden Armor and the 84 version, the one that came out before this one. I had both of those figures. And I sold them to get this one right here. I did. When I sold both of them, I had to take, especially on the Golden Armor, I took a tremendous hit. I probably sold that figure, and I sold it to a dear friend. He's probably watching too. You know who you are. And I sold it for like I think it was like $260, $270. And we all know that was a $400 figure, the Golden Armor one, with the deluxe with the expanded wings. If I sold it anywhere else, I probably was going to, especially on eBay, I would have took an even worse hit. So I got rid of it. The Wonder Woman 84, the regular version, with the one that came out for this one, I sold that one too, and I took a hit on that one as well. I think all in all, I got like $500. Maybe no, it was probably like $525 for both figures to get this one. Now I know people are like, "Oh my God, you're crazy," but yeah, I did get deals. I got a deal when I got those two figures, so for me, it wasn't too bad of a hit because I really wanted this one. Because I still kind of look at this one as their first Artisan, but it's not, but it is at the same time. And I'm glad I made that decision because I love this figure. But this is what you're seeing. You're seeing, and here it is. For a lot of people that are, your bargain bin, and I don't mean any, you know, any heat or anybody. But I mean, hey, we all look for deals. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But for your bargain bin guys that are looking for deals, they're coming up on some great deals. It's a good time to be a collector because you will run up on some good deals, especially if you're a new collector. You'll run up on some damn good deals. On the flip side, you're taking a hit. So you really have to know. I go back to, you really have to know what you want these days, because if you don't and you buy stuff just willy-nilly or out of boredom like I used to do, you're gonna you're gonna take a hit. You're going to take a hit if you're trying to sell and get that good, or you can just keep everything and don't sell nothing. That'd be
that is a way of stacking up after a while, though. Especially if you get a lot of stuff in here. So sometimes space or box space or significant other might not give you a choice. They're like, oh, how many stuff do you have on pre-order next year?
Exactly.
Just 12 figures. And there's a man who always know how to organize his figures to have plenty of space. The Leia man arrives and walks in.
Leia, what's going on? Good to have Leia in here. What's going on, brother? Welcome to 6 Scale Raw, baby.
Yeah, I'm still under the weather right now, man.
Ooh, I can tell you, but we're so glad to have you. I hope you feel better. Happy Thanksgiving week to you, my friend.
Appreciate that, man. How's everybody doing?
Doing pretty good.
Good, brother.
That's good. That's good.
But Leia, never forget what they say. When the Leia walks in, the lights go up.
That's what it seems like sometimes, man. Or they go down. You know what I mean?
We're believing. We're, as Aries would say, believing in the power.
all you have to do is believe.
And there's two wrestling references in one sentence.
Yeah.
Well, listen, guys, we're gonna talk about Ahsoka here in a second, but feel free to jump in. We're just kind of,
talking about right now.
What are we talking about, guys?
We were talking
we're just shooting the crap, dude. To be honest with you.
Well,
yeah.
Brother Cousins was, I believe, raising the point how you kind of have to just figure out what you want and go for it.
Well, yeah. Because a lot of these, like we're bringing up, like the new Iron Man, the 2.0, the new Anakin, the new. I just pulled this up on the screen. We're seeing some of the older figures, like someone put up in the chat. They were able to pick up, a golden armor on Wonder Woman for $200 shipped. You're seeing some of the old Scarlet Witch figures, not all of them, but some, not the Civil War one, but going for really, really cheap now. You're seeing the new Wonder Woman go crazy, the limited one. You're seeing people already try to buy that Anakin. It's not even out yet. And we're just basically talking about like for instance, as I pull this up, I'll kind of set the table back up for you. We're seeing some of these Iron Mans take a hit now in the secondary market, but we're seeing usually they keep them in stock, but this is like waitlisted already. And how much do you think like a figure like this that's upgraded with rolling eyes function and actually labeled 2.0, and as people are pointing out in the chat, I guess supposedly more movie accurate, do you think it's going to tank those old figures' value?
I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell, to be quite honest. I just think that when it comes to Iron Man, there's just way too many in general.
Yeah.
There are a ton of these, dude.
There's way too many in general. And, what's happening now is people are looking for the most improved. So if you're getting a lot of these 2.0s and they are most improved, then people are going for it. Some people like to stick with their grails. They don't really care about these new options because people have been Iron Man out a long time ago. You know what I mean? So, to them, it really, really doesn't matter. I think that, again, Hot Toys is milking it for what it is, but just keep in mind, it's about to get worse. And what I mean by that is that you only got one MCU film coming out in 2024.
Ooh,
one
really?
film.
I wouldn't even realize that, bro.
Yeah, the only movie that's coming out in 2024 right now for the MCU is Deadpool. That's the only film.
You're kidding.
Like
I
10
didn't even.
figures.
That's
Wow.
the only film slated to come out for 2024.
Really?
So yeah. So just think about it. If that's the only film slated to come out, now again, you have your Madam Webs, but that's not MCU. That's Sony. You know, when you have things like that and it's minimal, what are they going to do? They're going to dip back in the well, some of the IPs that they already have right now, and things that they can make money off of. So you're going to definitely see more Iron Man figures, and they're going to find a way to milk it. You're going to definitely see some of the old. And the thing is, how do you do it? With most figures, especially most female figures, is the artisan line. I damn well know that we're going to get a Black Widow artisan. That's going to happen.
Oh, absolutely.
There's no question that's definitely going to happen. I wouldn't be surprised if you got a Gamora artisan. I wouldn't be surprised if you got, just different figures out there. You might even actually get a Thor artisan. You might get a Loki artisan. There's so many different things that you can go. Again, short hair figures, you're not going to see an artisan on that. So you might as well just get that out your mind. It's not going to happen. But for
So,
most
let me ask you real quick. When you said short hair, not to get you off your groove, would they do an Iron Man though? Would they find a way to do it or no?
No.
I agree.
That's not going to happen. There's no artisan line coming out with a Tony Stark head sculpt. No, it's not going to happen.
Good, actually.
No point.
Because it's definitely no point. They're not going to do that, bro. But with, they're going to capitalize as much as they can, even more now than ever, on the artisan line because of the simple fact that there's going to be minimal releases in theater. You know what I mean? Like, so there's even Star Wars is taking a hit as well. You know what I mean? Like,
when was the last time Star Wars had a movie?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, they're not slated for another film until 2026.
Yeah.
And that's the Rey film. You know what I mean?
Oh, is that the first one? They're not doing the Filoni one first.
2020. No, it's Rey. That's going to be the first film. I think that's either 2025 or 2026. I think. Well, I think that one's slated for 2025. I think the Filoni verse or the Filoni film is 2026.
Lane's in the Rey one, so that's the one most.
So the Rey one, So the Rey one's going to basically drop. Then so again, Star Wars, aside from just and they're putting a lot of stock in the Acolyte, which I definitely can't wait to see. I think it's going to be really, it's going to be different. It's going to be something special, and they're already basically planning on for a second season for that one. You
how
have
far back are they going on the Acolyte? It's like, is they're going beyond Yoda? Would Yoda be in there?
It's way beyond the Old Republic.
Okay.
It's past it's basically doing the New Republic. It's during that era. So it's actually fitting between the New Republic and the Old Republic. It's basically like the right before Phantom Menace. This is what they're going for.
Oh,
right before that actually happened, years before that. So that's what they're fitting the
High Republic.
Yeah, the High Republic. Sorry, not the New
Republic.
Republic.
Like
High Republic. So it's the High Republic always. So it's basically before in between. So when you're thinking about that, again, we're not going to see a lot, anything new. If anything, it's going to be old, just redone, remastered, maybe artisan, some figures that, they can retool, give us 2.0 versions. So you just might as well be prepared to see something like that. It's just going to happen. I mean, it is what it is, especially right now. It plays a role in it. Strike. Look, just like I say with like cinematic universe, a lot of people complaining about, there hasn't been $1 billion film for Marvel in a while. Hell, there hasn't been $1 billion film, in a minute. Like when you're looking at certain films, there were only certain films that hit the $1 billion mark. I guess, one, we got No Way Home, but we knew that was going to happen. We got that Barbie film that hit $1 billion. We got the Mission Impossible, not Mission Impossible. The what was the other film? And this is post-pandemic. No, the other Tom Cruise film, what's it called again?
Top Gun Maverick.
Top Gun Maverick. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So there were only a handful of films that within this last year or whatever that hit $1 billion mark. You know what I mean? We're just living in that era post COVID where a lot of films aren't really doing that. But I can also say that that's also post COVID. And, just when it comes to like, a recession, we're headed towards another recession again, like stuff like that is really hurting the market. Like it's hurting the market when it comes to like people collecting now, when people are trying to sell off figures. Like selling off figures now it's not going to go back the way it used to be for a minute.
Exactly.
Like literally.
No, I totally agree.
You're going to take her. It's going to be.
It's not the time to sell with most of the figures,
especially
you're
when
going
you're
to lose.
when you're looking at a company like Sideshow that can barely give some of the shit that they have away.
No, we were just
Right.
talking about that. So
Yeah.
let me ask you a question then. Well, there's a couple things here that you're bringing up, because we were talking about this on Brother Cousin show on Thursday night, and you're bringing up a good point. How often can we, you have like the trilogy of Star Wars. Okay, you have the sequel trilogy. That was a big deal for a lot of us, and then you have Infinity War, and you have Endgame. You can't have like climaxes like that all the time and expect not to have a reset where you got to rebuild, for the next thing. And we were kind of talking about that. It's like, my fear after Infinity War and Endgame, guys, was that are people going to expect every freaking Marvel movie to be that good?
Yeah,
but that's not feasible, Lil.
No, it's
right?
not. But that's the expectation, because that's what people are measuring these films up against. Because a lot of people have a problem with moving on, bro. That's just the way it was with the original trilogy. People have a problem with moving on. They don't want to move on from it because that's the benchmark. That's what was set for them. That's in their mind. That can't be duplicated. It can't be, you can't go beyond that. So it's almost like saying any film after those particular films doesn't really have a chance, because you're going to always measure it up against those things. Like when we get, it's crazy how we get spoiled, because you gave us this, you gave us 12 years of this, it was a build up. Why can't we get that same high again? Man, I think it's time for you to buy some new weed. Like straight up, the same weed, you're not going to get that same hit right off the top. You need to get some new weed. That's just the way it is in a film, bro. Like you have to give these things a chance, and people basically refuse to do so. So it is what it is, and the thing is, it's not saying that people are wrong for feeling the way they do, because if you've shown that you were capable of doing things like this, then why aren't you able to enhance? Instead of taking a step backwards, you should be improving. This should be progressing forward.
Exactly.
And what we've seen the last couple of years when it comes to these films is it's been a decline. A lot of it's due to writing. You know what I mean? When you're talking about the Russo brothers, they had their own team, and that's why they were sharing the success. They had their own writing team that followed them.
Yes.
So again, if you don't have writers that are committed to these things, and mind you, I do believe that leading up to the strike, these writers knew what was coming. They knew what was coming. So they were like, you know what? F that. We're just going to turn in whatever, and you'll accept it because you believe it. And it's just basically what happens. So right now, I'm hoping that we get something better. I can wash the palette away of that Thor Love and Thunder that I've got. I don't have to think about that anymore. And we can get something better. Like, you know what I mean? Writing is definitely the most, and that's like people are talking about like these actors. We're invested in getting these actors because we know they're going to portray the role, whatever. Nobody has been talking that much about the writing, because that's the most important thing.
It is.
Turn in those scripts. Let's see those scripts. Is the script right? Oh, it's not. Let's go back and just redo it. Let's just, you know what I mean? Like that is the most important aspect. When we here's how it filters down, even for us as collectors. You come up with the idea. You get a writing team. You get your production team. You get the actors on board. And if everything is Trump tight and it's a success, you know what Howard Chan does. He sees the success in these films. He's like, okay, I see money because it's the most popular asset. People love these films. They love these characters. Okay, now I can put them out there.
Dude, you hit the nail on the head. If you don't get the actors and everybody involved to buy in with that camaraderie, like a total team, to buy into that vision, to buy into the meaning or the message of that particular script, not keeping them in the dark and that whole fiasco of some of the stuff that happened with the sequel and whatnot. But hey, when you're talking about Leia, you want to get filled up, get things fresh. Let me fill you up, and everybody else here at table 2 right now, baby. Come
that's
on.
breast milk.
That's crazy. That's insane.
Gotta keep it. We gotta keep it fresh.
Funny.
Good stuff. Brent, I'm gonna bring this to you, buddy. Let's go pick it up. Listen, make sure you guys smash that like button. Are we at 100 likes yet? We need to get to the 100 likes right now. Go ahead, take your finger, your thumb, whatever you're doing, press the like button. And remember, I'm going to be doing the giveaway here sometime during the show. Make sure you go ahead and stay tuned in because you have to be present, to be able to be eligible to win the giveaway. Go into the video description, as I've been talking about throughout the show. It gives you the instructions. Basically, just go to the market show, not from yesterday, but 2 weeks ago. Make sure you comment on it. The link's in the video description. That's the one we're going to comment on. I mean, you can comment on yesterday's market show because we're going to use that for next week. And then we'll be giving away this hot toy here sometime during the show. But Brent, I know we've been looking to talk about this baby. And I didn't even get a real chance because, Jay, this was released after your show last week, Brother Cousins.
Right.
And I know a lot of us are hyped, but Brent, we'll talk about the price in a minute, but let's just talk about this thing of beauty. Here is Ahsoka the White. Brent, just tell me what you think.
Well, I think the figure's amazing. We all knew this was coming eventually. There's no way it wasn't with the title of the show. I mean, we've gotten 4 or 5 figures already from the show via pre-order, and we were waiting for this one. And I'm glad this one came when it did. I think it's the right time for it. I think she looks amazing. I think the swap out face plate is a neat thing. I mean, if you're going to make a face plate like that, one has to believe that a Balin is coming. I believe that. I suppose you could also have her fighting with Marok if you're going to get that character, but
dude, that the head sculpt, dude.
Yeah, that face right there is amazing. And if you put it right up next to the Mandalorian version, there is a very big difference in how it looks. And I really like the Mandalorian version, but this one even looks more real lifelike.
Dude, they even did it. Hot Toys even did that.
Yeah, they nailed it. I mean, $300. I guess when I saw it drop on Friday morning, I was thinking probably 270, 280. My guess is you're paying an extra $20 because of who the character is.
Mm-hmm.
That would be my guess. But overall, this was a no-brainer for me. I want both of them. And, I've got an area in my Star Wars room where I've got kind of a kiosk area for just Ahsoka and Obi-Wan characters. So this one will fit in nicely. If they make a Balin, I will absolutely have her fighting him. They might make an Anakin because
I think they will milk this.
That was such an incredibly important Star Wars scene. It really, really was.
Dude, I think that's why we didn't get a sculpted version of that Artisan one. I think there's more to it. I think because they're planning more. And maybe
I mean, they made that extra faceplate because I think you're going to have her fighting against somebody, and obviously she fought against numerous people in that 8-episode series. But you now have a faceplate you can put on, obviously, to put her in a fighting pose, and you're probably going to have options of who she fights against. I think it's a great looking figure. I think it's wonderful. I'm happy with it. I pre-ordered it. I'm not going to worry about it. I can sleep at night now knowing that I'm done. I use my rewards points on it, actually. So burned them all, and I'm pleased with it.
But Brent, yeah, I mean, Jay, let's bring this to you. Good points there. Brent brings up I am like blown the frick away by the head sculpt of Ahsoka. Like, because I agree with Brent. I love my DX Ahsoka. Like, I really, really do. You knew that I was bummed when that freaking arm broke. I called you. I'm like, crap, you think Sideshow will take it back? Because I didn't open it up for like 5 months, and they did. So again, call out to Sideshow there.
Yeah.
For taking care of me. But they sent me a body. Excuse me. But dude, you know how much I love that figure? This one's better in every way. because I thought it was so realistic, dude. This is like, I hate to use the word perfect, but it looks so perfect. And when they actually put it side by side, they know how much better this is, dude.
Well, they definitely want you to see the value. You know, that's what they did. They definitely wanted to show you that, like, look, this is the new hotness. Buy it, pre-order now. And they knew we were waiting on this. I think what happened was when they were developing this figure, they knew they were developing a real good Ahsoka, but the likeness of Rosario was not keyed in. It's good, but it could be better. And I remember when I did my review on it, DX20, DX21, I was like, this looks great, looks good. I can almost see Rosario in it, but not really. This one, TMS, what is the TMS 118? This thing right here is Rosario Dawson. This is her. This is her as Ahsoka, and it just looks amazing. And this is what we were waiting for. They knew they had to come correct with this. Once again, I've said this on several streams, that this is a company that knows that they're aware of the competition. They're aware of what third party is doing. They're aware of what InArt is doing. They make no bones about it. They are. They want to stay on top, and they're doing. You be damn sure that they're going to. And this is what they're doing. They're giving us their best work. I think they're giving us some. In this line alone, they have given some of the best figures I have seen in the last 10 years. And that's saying a lot. They really are. They are going in on this line, and dude, it just looks amazing.
Dude, this is epic. This is fracking, like, Rosario is, and I just have to, Elaine, I'm going to go right to you because I saw a post that Leia made, and Rosario knows how good this is because she commented on Leia's post about how awesome this was. And congrats to you, Leia, that Rosario recognized your content and your post on this. But I agree with you, and I agree with her and Brent and Brother Cousins. This freaking figure, dude. She's got to be proud of this, dude. This is incredible. I mean, this is what I'm talking about. And you know what's interesting about this, Leo? You don't even got hair. You know, we always talk about comparing InArt, Hot Toys to InArt. This is just good. This is just good. There's no hair with this here, but this is, I don't know, dude. What do you think of this figure? I just love it.
Me or?
Yeah, you, Leo.
Oh, me. Okay. I know. I literally, bro. I think it's amazing. You know, it was crazy. You know, because Friday morning, normally we sit back and we wait because you know we know something's going to happen Thursday night, Friday morning, and I got a message from it was Ren's, and I think it was the Docinator as well. So they both sent me a message, and I saw it, but it was too early in the morning. I wasn't feeling well. I was like, you know what? I'm just not going to do it. I'm just going to wait. I don't know if I was going to do a corner or not. I was just going to sleep it off, but I was like, I decided to do it. And when I got a clear look at it, I was just like, yeah, they, you know, the biggest thing is that we wanted to know whether or not they captured Rosario's likeness. Mm-hmm. And it definitely looks like they did. And they did such a beautiful job. And just like, you know, you guys, you know, I like the, you know, the first version, the DX version. You know, I like it. I like it a lot. You know, I don't have any problem with it. You know, even though the head sculpt is not, you know, the likeness of a Rosario, we know what the attempt was. But we also know, again, like, you know, Hot Toys is not, you know, right now, they're not in a position where there's any error because they are trying their best to maintain and to make sure that they cement their place at the top of that mountain, especially with competition. So, of course, they were going to get this right. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? It was just the way it is. Not only did they give us an incredible head sculpt, but they're also giving us a second faceplate. You know what I mean? With an expression. And I know a lot of people are like, well, it doesn't look like Rosario, stuff like that. I think it does, but still, I just like the action. You know, I just like the intensity of the face. You know what I mean? So I can deal with it. You know, with the right, you know, tilt, with the the purrs, you tilt that a certain way, right angles, you can pull it off. You know
It's
what I
not
mean?
bad.
And
I
it's
love
not
it.
bad, and it looks good. The only thing that I'm afraid of, and I was talking to Jay about this, we've been talking about this, Jay, now for a few days, is remember when they first announced this line and, they were starting down that road. The teaser that was put up in the coming soon space on Hot Toys was 1/6 scale figures from Ahsoka. It had Ahsoka, but it said 1/6 scale figures. So each week, like almost bi-weekly or almost each week, we were getting a figure release from this line. You know what I mean? They
And
would
they
release a
waited on
figure.
this one.
This was the last, right? So, well, from what we know so far, but the reason why I'm mentioning that is, so each week they would release a figure. I would go back and check with Sideshow to see if that was still there, and it was still there. Okay, I'm all right. Then there's more figures to come. They released, another figure. I would go back and check. Okay, there's more figures to come. Okay, cool. They released this, and I was like, all right, let me go back and check and see if it's there, and it's not there anymore. So I was like, are they trying to tell us something, or are they just, because they have this, they're just taking it down right now, so the tension's not focused on it, and they'll still give us more. So it's just like a waiting period, because again, we still have Ezra. They have to give us Ezra, because that was the whole point of them going to Perea, was to find Ezra. They have to give us Balin and Shin, because there were two of the most popular characters that didn't get a lot of screen time, but when the screen time that they got, they were extremely popular. You know what I mean? Like, I would have loved to have gotten a Morgan, you know what I mean? At least a Morgan, Enoch. Enoch is a trooper, so of course they know people would want to Enoch. The Death Troopers, the Night Troopers, the Night Sisters. There's so many things that they can give us from this particular line, but it's just more like a wait and see type of situation. So I'm like, I hope they didn't remove it, because, you know what I mean? We'll just have to see. But other than that, I think it's brilliant. It's amazing.
Absolutely. And listen, Lane, before we get to you, everybody, make sure that you go ahead and hit the like button. Hit it right now. We're going to be giving away a hot toy here very, very soon on 6 Scale Raw. Remember, you have to be present in order to go ahead and win, enter in the drawing here and be eligible to win. So make sure you stay tuned in, and make sure you go ahead and comment, if you haven't already, on the video from 2 weeks ago. That link's in the video description right now. And stay tuned in. We'll be doing it soon. Go ahead, Leo.
No, I was going to say I got to get out of here, because I got to get ready for this show in a little bit.
Godspeed to you. Feel better, baby.
Another 2 hours, baby. You said you're a trooper there.
Feel better, baby.
I'm trying. These shows, I'm trying to do it, bro. Like Toya, she came down earlier. She asked me, were we doing, comic book talk with friends tonight? And I was like, I don't know, because I don't feel well. She's like, oh. Well, when she says something like that, it just lets me know that she likes to watch it. So I was like, damn, let me put this thumbnail together or something to do it real quick. So, yeah, we'll do it. But I'm going to try to make it. I'm going to try to keep it at least an hour, get through as much as I can, and just be done with it. So starting
I was hoping we would have you a little while longer, Lael. See if we can get everybody. For every sniffle, you have to hit a like.
Oh, that's funny.
What's interesting, that what Laura said here, we'll talk about that, is she does have a fighting face. Why'd they put that in? Who's she going to fight? Is that a figure coming out? Anyway, Leia.
Well, Marat, but she didn't have a fighting face for Marat. But she had more of a fighting face for Anakin. And she had a fighting face for...
Dude, that's coming.
Yeah, so we'll see.
Leo, that's the only thing I was going to say when you were talking about with the angry face. Because I really think maybe the angry face, even if it didn't 100% fit with the look, or an alternate faceplate that they did, in one of the angry face, they should have had yellow dark side eyes. I think that would have fit.
That's what we were talking about the other day. So, but you know what? There's going to be a lot of people who's going to mind that, bro. We already know that.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised if there's another thing coming.
That would be incredible. But yeah, if they give us, a dark, y'all, I know you're going to talk about it. Dark side, Anakin, our Artisan is coming. We already know that's going to happen. So
do dark side.
It's coming, baby.
Ahsoka Apprentice trying to destroy the Master. Dark side.
We'll see.
That would be cool.
All right, man. But thank you for having me, man. And I will talk to you guys next week. Make sure everybody follow everybody here. So my bros. So I'll talk to y'all later on, man.
All right,
Peace,
bro.
Whale.
Get well,
Peace.
brother. Get well.
Thanks, man. Appreciate
Always
it.
good having you on here, guys. Make sure you subscribe to the 1/6 scale, man. Good having you here, buddy.
That would actually be like a cool thing if like they ever did go back to whenever they actually kind of explain more and figure out exactly how the world between world works. If it is some kind of like window that could even show alternate histories or something, like if Ahsoka were be facing some doubts or something, where if she got to see like what if she had stayed and followed Anakin, like if she had been say turned into an Inquisitor or had become like a dark, maybe together they had eventually destroyed the Emperor and had conquered the galaxy, but eventually it would have come down to her seeing like a Sith version of herself fighting Anakin in some form or another, to control the Empire, because that's what Sith do to each other at the end of the day. Even a guy like Goku at one point was trying to do it. Or something.
Dude, I mean, well, Lane, I'm going to have you keep going over here. Everybody, make sure you smash that like button. We're going to be doing a giveaway over here. I have this this hot toy right here. Mama Luigi won a few weeks ago. Devio Dome won a couple weeks ago. And you have to wonder, who's going to win tonight? Is it going to be Mark Lee? Is it going to be Jack Jones? Will it be Bob Darcy, Charlie the Unicorn, Boba Fettuccine, the Hot Toys Wizard? You have to wonder. Stay tuned in and you'll find out. You have to be tuned in for it to be eligible to win. Make sure you subbed if it's the first time you're watching. We're going to be doing it soon. Lane, let's stay with you here. I'm going to tell you, I'm going to set this up with this. I want your thoughts on it, but I am perfectly great with $300 on this figure, and I'll tell you why. $300 is a steal. You're getting four. Let me finish. You're getting 4 freaking face sculpts. 4. And look at that damn base, which I love these bases they're coming out with, baby. Yes. It's awesome. Yes. So I think that with everything you're getting, that base, 4 head sculpts is basically what this is. I know you could say face plates, but this is way more of a faceplate than those Batman figures of Christian Bale or any of them. Dude, this is a great price for $300. This should be a DX. Go, Lane.
I'm going to disagree with you a little bit.
Why? What makes this not as good as the other DX?
I am putting this in the same way, the price point, because even with what the Ahsoka line has been so far, I think this is a little expensive, but not a lot.
Dude, it has red light-up lightsaber. What was the price of the other Ahsoka?
$290 and $310.
Dude, this is come on.
I know I'm serious, but I'm putting this in line with the other figures of this line. I'm not comparing it to Ahsoka.
You're not comparing
which is a different line. That was a different line. That's a DX. Whether we consider it a DX or not, Hot Toys says it's a DX.
So let me ask you a question, Lane, before you go. If they would have put the letters DX on here, would you have been fine with the price?
That doesn't mean anything to me. The DX is just it doesn't mean as much because they've had deluxes, which doesn't make any sense. That never made any sense to me. How do you have a deluxe?
Right.
But now, this being said, because $300 is a lot for a figure. That doesn't change whatever comes with it. That's a lot of money for one figure. That's not an Iron Man or something along those lines. Now, I look at the Indiana Jones non-deluxe version for $290 and all the stuff that comes with, and that's comparable to this. Maybe not with as an interesting base, but it's got like real leather and other stuff mixed in with the bag and the jacket and all that other stuff too. I mean, we're splitting hairs here a little bit, but I'm saying I think in comparing this,
there's no hairs. There's no hairs on Ahsoka.
Or the Lekin, comparing Lekin's here. Or I forget, like it isn't called like it is for Chagruda. It's called something else. But she looks fabulous. They definitely put time, effort, like in all this line they have put effort into. But I feel like Bo-Katan was maybe a little, but I feel
there's only $15 worth of Bo-Katan.
I think Ahsoka should have been about $285.
Really? With all this?
Yeah. Yes, because I am comparing it to other figures in the line and what they came with. That'd still be look at Marok. It's still $20 more than Marok. He came with a light up lightsaber. She comes with 2. Okay, you get their face plates though, not sculpts. There's a difference. Face plates versus sculpts. There's a difference.
All right, so explain that to me, guys. Brent, Jay, and Lane, as Lane's saying this, because Lane, I'm not saying you're wrong.
I know,
but when I'm looking at this,
it should be a little bit less price in comparison with the other.
But isn't it like she doesn't have hair? All right, talk to me. Someone chime in with this.
Well, I'll say this. I'll say this. I look at how everything else was priced in this line, and I think everything that we got in this line was priced very fairly.
Really good.
Really fairly.
Really good.
I mean, really good prices. I mean, shit, we were getting $250. I mean, come on. I mean, that's like 2014 prices right there. So for the title character, yeah, it's a little bit of they're taxing you a little bit for that Rosario likeness.
And I'm just
they're
saying
making you pay for it. It's a tiny bit. It's a little padding there, but you know what? I'll allow it. Because the figure is that if it turns out to be this good, I'll allow it. And that's based on if we get the prototype or better, which we've been getting the prototype as we looked at. What figure was that last week that came out? That was the Eternals guy, Gilgamesh. And Gilgamesh is either the prototype or a little better. So if we get that, if we're getting these super high detail likenesses, and we got to also account for inflation. We also got to account for the world went to shit 2-3 years ago and then came back. So we account for all those. We account for all those things. 300 at this point is like the standard rate for a Hot Toys figure. If it was anything over 3, if it was 305, I think I would have had my pitchfork out like, what the hell, but 300, I'll allow it because I think everything else in the line was fair, more than fairly priced, and they wanted to make up that cost with the title character. So we got to look at it like this: they're a business, They could, of course, they can give us. They could have made her $285, but at the end of the day, if it's $15, if you're already, I'm looking at it like this: if I'm already at 280, I'm already 285 with taxes and ship. I'm already looking at the figure bringing it home at 315,
300 and something anyway.
Right. So now we're looking at 320. So it becomes a matter 320, 325. We're looking at a matter of like $5 to $10. If it's that much to you, then don't get it. But it's not enough for me to really complain. Like I said, if it was 320 or 315, then I would be like, all right, y'all just going a little too. And they could have done that.
She is the perfect figure right now for. Especially if you go order from Sideshow or what have you. Recently, they gave away, just for signing up for their things, $15 in points. It doesn't matter how many points. If you got 10 or $15, she is the perfect figure. If you have some points from Sideshow, you don't have to have 50 or 100, but if you got 10 or $15 in points, she is the perfect figure to use them on. Just get off that little bit so it's more. I was just saying for myself, I thought it was a little expensive in comparison to the rest of the figures of the line and what they come with. But you know what? You're right. And, I wanted to break into old, well, maybe you can explain it to the Emperor himself because he is not as forgiving as me. The guy who murders everybody and destroys planets. But
Lane, forget about Ian McDermott, man. I mean, that was pretty damn good, dude.
Good.
Actually, songwriter, I would probably say these days it is good with the Remnant Trooper because remember that thing was $400, like in 2021. Yeah. Now I've seen it sell for as low as
Well, Brent, let's bring this to you with all this great conversation that we're talking about here because Mama Luigi is in the house. And Mama Luigi was the first winner here. We're going to be doing the giveaway soon. Make sure you stay tuned in. You have to be tuned in when we do this. And if you got any questions on the giveaway, go ahead and ask. But the directions are in the video description below. Mama Luigi says, Brent, nothing has matched the premium on that Timothy Oliphant head sculpt on Cobb Vanth, LOL. That's actually the same price, this Ahsoka, as that Oliphant, but I will say with that Oliphant head sculpt, you're getting Boba Fett just with Timothy Oliphant's body and his head sculpt. It's almost like the Iron Strange, Brent. It's almost like the Iron Strange, isn't it?
A little bit.
So I think it's worth $300. But I don't know. I feel like I know what Lane's saying, but putting that aside, comparing it to the line of Ahsoka, where Lane is right, this is way, way, way more expensive than the other ones. But when you compare it to the Ahsoka, that even Hot Toys themselves is comparing it to the TX, I feel like this is better. It's not $290, it's not $310, it's right in the middle, $300, and it's just better. It's better than that figure. Mind you, you don't get a Grogu, but Grogu wasn't in here, and Grogu. I mean, unless he comes with coffee at this point, baby. I mean, or
I was going to bring up the Cobb Vanth.
Sure.
My moment to do it because that's the last figure that I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's the last figure that hit the $300 price point. And we had discussions on this program ad nauseum about how inflated that price was for what we were getting. I mean, we're not getting 4 face plates of Timothy Oliphant, and Cobb Vanth was not the title of that show. He was a B-C level character in that show. Not saying that he wasn't important, but he wasn't Boba Fett. He wasn't the face character of that show, but yet $300 was what we had to pay for that. I'm fine with $300 for this. It's I figured it would be somewhere between $280 and $300. She is the face character, obviously, of the show. I do believe you're paying up for that for sure a little bit. And yeah, that head sculpt there of Timothy Oliphant looks great. I did pre-order Cobb Vanth. He should be shipping, I bet you, here before the end of the year. I think he's the next one up on all of our lists if we all pre-order.
Dude, the fact that they gave us this, Brent, I'd pay $400 for this.
Yeah.
I mean, I love the dude. I love this guy. Did you if you guys didn't watch the new Justified, it was great. Oh my god, it was so good, right, Jay? It was so really good. But dude, I'm just so excited for this figure, but it does come with all the Boba Fett armor. I'm going to say that. And I heard that you could kind of pose him supposedly without the armor on and have him look the way he did in the book of Boba Fett. I think it's worth it there. I don't think he has rolling eyes though, right? I mean, it's kind of hate to say already outdated already, but I don't know. I feel like Ahsoka's a better deal though.
I agree. And I'm not going to split hairs like Lane was about head sculpt. I think the head sculpt, even though you have interchangeable face plates on the new Ahsoka, I think the head sculpt looks great. I think the head sculpt looks better than the one that we got from the Mandalorian. And because you're taking a look at the overall, just the shape, everything, you get the faceplate on there, and it the whole thing just looks far better than the DX version that we got a year or so ago. So, I think they did a wonderful job with that figure. And I do think we may be getting another one on Friday, on Black Friday. I think we can pretty much plan on waking up for another one here coming in a few days.
So I'm going to put you on the spot, baby. And listen, I'm going to play this for you right now, Brent. Is this what they call
him? The Wizard.
Figure is it going to be? What figure is it going to be with 100 watching and eagerly anticipating a giveaway soon? What figure is it going to be?
Ezra Bridger.
Oh, ooh. Ezra Bridger. Lane. What figure is it going to be? Ezra. Jay?
Oh man, my heart wants to say Balin and Shin, a 2-pack, but most likely I think it's gonna be Ezra. He has a lightsaber. Come on. Yeah. Get the beard and everything going. Yeah. It's probably going to be Ezra.
You're all wrong. We're going to get this artisan version. This is what we're going to get. Are you guys ready? Make some noise if you are ready.
Half-witted, scruffy-looking nerf herder.
Oh, you hope.
You just had to stick that in there.
Lane, you know I'm right. Search your feelings, Lane, and you will know this to be true. Listen, Darth FOMO said so, dude.
Yeah, you know what we're gonna get? We're gonna get the like 100 Disney Han Solo that is gonna be the old Han Solo body with the Indiana Jones from Dial of Destiny head sculpt on it. So it's like
all right. So listen. If we did, Lane, I gotta ask all three of you this, Lane. And Lane, answer first. What if they did give us
You stuck-up, half-witted, scruffy-looking nerf herder.
Dude, if they're gonna do a artisan Star Wars figure, Han Solo would be the one. If they're gonna, you're muted.
No, but I'm going to say, Lane, what if they limited it to just 300 pieces like the couple of Ironmans they did?
Oh, my God. That would
What would happen?
Then you're going to be, you know what? Then you're going on to Toys Buy an Agent, and it's going to say like 10,000 Hong Kong dollars.
Yep.
You're laughing, but I was just taking a look on there. You know, they have it for like almost 9,000. The animated Boba Fett is what they're charging.
What?
Yeah. It's that's how expensive it is on Toys Buy an Agent if you try and buy that from them. So it's like that Han Solo would shoot that Han Solo, and if they did it numbered, that would shoot up like that not stupid, but that Mark III Gold that was the like first or second numbered one that its own like see-through glass case you could stick it in and everything. That thing is like $10,000 Hong Kong dollars or something like that if you try and track it down now.
Wow. Well,
Lane,
don't get cocky. Can you even imagine getting an artisan Han and whether it was 300?
Dude, you thought a Darkseid Anakin broke. Like,
well, imagine
go after each other.
Can you imagine if it was just like, okay, so let's try, I don't know. Let's say it was 2,000, Brent, like the Elizabeth Olsen artisan, or even 3,000 or the 3,100, like the Anakin. I think the community would go crazy. First of all, everybody would be on there in the queue system. I could actually see them doing that. And I could actually see them doing a sculpted version, Brent. But I think that the rooted hair would go insane.
No, I think you're absolutely right. And I think it would sell out probably faster than the Anakin did. I mean, everybody has been wanting this figure for such a long time, Bespin Han. And, quite frankly, I mean, it's probably the best version of Han Solo from the original trilogy movies. I mean, who he was and how he acted and just his character overall in Empire Strikes Back was where everybody truly fell in love with him, I think. Yeah. And to have that version of him is what everybody wants. Now, Sideshow, of course, made one with a Minoc about 12, 14 years ago, but that figure is just not standing up to the test of time. If you own it or ever owned it or saw it, it just doesn't work anymore. And I own it. I've got it. He's displayed in my room. If Hot Toys isn't making one, then that's the one I have to live and die with. I mean, that's just the way it is. I'm not going to go third party on that particular figure, but they need to do it. They know they need to do it. Why they haven't, I don't know. But, yes, I think a rooted hair version of Bespin Han would probably sell out in less than 10 minutes. That would be my guess.
I tell you what, and a shout out here to my buddy OG fan when Star Wars was just Star Wars with the $2 bomb super chat. He said, must have all Boba Fett's, including the Cobb Vanth Boba Fett. Yeah, even that one. I absolutely have to have that Boba Fett, my friend, for sure. Let's play it for you, baby. I played it for it earlier, but for the $2 super chat, I feel, as I said earlier, another one of these coming, baby.
I'm Boba Fett. I'm here to see the mayor.
Another artist figure they're going to make too is a New Hope Leia with the buns. I mean, that's got to happen.
I want to say something here, guys. Jay, you're gonna smile with this one. I'm gonna fill up the coldest table in the cantina. Yes, we're gonna be giving away the hot toy. Stay tuned in. Don't go anywhere. If it's the first time you're watching, make sure you're subscribed. Did you comment yet on the market show from 2 weeks ago? Link in the description. Stay here. We'll get going with it. But Jay, I'm gonna fill up the coldest table in the cantina right now. This will set this up. All I'm saying, we already have another older Han Solo, Harrison Ford with the Indiana Jones.
That's
you
right.
know we're going to be getting the younger ones, but I got a funny feeling we may be filling up table 44. You know, they could give us another Force Awakens one. He was also in The Rise of Skywalker. Can you see them doing that with rolling eyes?
Yeah, but that's really going to upset a lot of people because that's not the one we want. You know, that they could do it. You're right. I see where you're going with it because they reuse a lot of parts. All you got to do is reuse that head sculpt. That's it. It's not a lot of work they need to do. You know, change the hair up a little bit. That's about it. You know, because I think that Indiana Jones figure has like the hat is sculpted in. So all they got to do is, I mean, all I gotta do is kind of rehash the sculpt that they did, update the paint applications because it was a couple years ago. That was 2015, 2016 that Han Solo came out from Force Awakens. So all you got to do is update the paint applications, give them some rolling eyes. It would be out. They could do it and make it limited. Yeah. If they want to make it artisan, his hair was a little long enough. If they wanted to put the hair on it and make it artisan, yeah. People would go and grab it. It would be upsetting because it's not the one that everybody wants.
So they probably the smart move then would be to wait on that one, put out the younger one, and then you'd probably get a lot of people like, oh yeah, I'll get the older one too.
Yeah, especially if it's an artisan and it's limited. They'll get it. People love that. People love the exclusivity. That's why that's what it's about. I think that's the. People think it's just the sculpted, the rooted hair, but no, it's really the exclusivity and that rooted hair what is making the artisan line so appealing. We haven't had our first artisan figure in hand yet. I hope we get more updated. I hope it's a different type of a body. I hope it's different than just the regular true type Hot Toys body. I hope they do some especially with that Wanda, that duster could be, I don't know, some type of high. It doesn't exactly have to be leather, but maybe it could be some high-end pleather. I don't know, something. But I just hope it's just something different. Or
you would hope they put the effort like they did that Bane, where they redid up the body and really just upped the game on everything.
Absolutely.
Like do something
absolutely
really well for the artisan too. There'd been a lot of talk that they seem to reuse or use old stuff. Except for the heads.
Well, see, the thing of it is, why, and Aries knows with that Wonder Woman, the good thing about that is that body had already been worked on. You know, they already gave us pretty much, that seamless body was already a project that was worked on, and already like they told it like, hey, this is some high, this is like some silicone, nice looking stuff. So to give us that body and the updated rooted hair, that's like the ultimate Wonder Woman from Hot Toys. So it made sense for them not to go back in, but we haven't had our first artisan figure yet. So it's going to be real interesting once we get those figures and how they're going to match up to, pair up against regular Hot Toys figures versus artisan. Is it just the wool hair? Is it just that? If it is, that could be a little disappointing, but I guess once we, I know when a lot of people get that Anakin in hand, with the I call him Annie, affectionately Annie with the good hair, people are going to be so blown away about it that they actually have it. They're not going to be thinking about, the body, but it is something to consider.
Did you guys hit the like button yet? Because the sooner you hit the like button, maybe the sooner we'll go ahead and do this giveaway. Go ahead and do that right now. Single songwriter, I gotta play this for you again, baby.
They call him the Wizard.
Well, we really need just someone to actually save us from that great nightmare that is Star Ace and that Rocky Horror Picture Show line of Rocky figures that they're doing in 1/6 scale.
Well, I'm just gonna say, Lade and guys, single songwriter here. I really believe we're getting Black Chrysanthemum. I just think they haven't done it yet, and I really think they're. I don't think we're done with Book of Boba Fett. I don't think we're done with that. I actually still think, I think there's going to be a couple, a couple from that for sure. And someone brought up in here, and I'm trying to look for the comment about. I think it was Mama Luigi who said here, guys. Do you think we get Balin, even though these actor passed? A lot of times in my experience, and a lot of times with the licensing on this stuff, what happens is before they go ahead and film, they sign a lot of contracts. And if you're going to sign with Disney with a lot of these, you're going to already sign away the likeness because they're going to want to make merchandise on your character possibly and things of that nature. And a lot of times with these contracts, they put in, God forbid you get hit by a car. God forbid you suddenly, pass. You get hit by lightning, or suddenly you don't, like Disney anymore. I actually think, Mama Luigi, in my view, yes, this is 100% coming. I don't think Jay Disney goes about anymore with doing these things with their lawyers and legal team not being aware that these unfortunate things do happen.
Yeah.
They can't afford to pay all the lawyers anymore.
Well,
they have too many box office. Just the Marvel sucked up the entire lawyer fund for 2024.
Well, all they got to do, besides Bo Leave, is just put out another book of Boba Fett season 2, just like Loki, and they'll get a lot of money back from that. OG fan will watch it. I know I'll watch it too.
Well, let me put you guys on the spot here, since Aries has got to do it a couple times tonight. So just short for the Ahsoka line, as Leia was mentioning, he was a little bit worried that they took that down, and it could be Ahsoka means kind of the beginning of the end, or maybe we're only going to get one more figure from this line. If we're only going to get one more figure from this line, so they ended the same way they did Obi-Wan, at least for now. Now, like you said, the drought or other stuff like that, they may have some other protos maybe they push forward with in 2024 just because they don't got anything else and they got to get something in the table for 2025. If they were only going to do one other character, not already has been announced from Ahsoka, which one would you want? Like, it would be like you're 90% certain if the figure came out good, you would still pick it up. To like
for Ahsoka?
Just for the Ahsoka show.
Dark Side Anakin.
Anakin.
Yeah, it would have to be Anakin. It would.
For sure.
Yep.
For me, it would be Ezra. I want Ezra to finish off the Rebels. Like, you get most of the core Rebels except for Kate. Because that's pretty much why I'm buying it. I like the Ahsoka series, but I didn't love the Ahsoka. You guys have ever heard me rant about how much I hated the first 2 episodes. But usually it's hard for me to say I'm going to spend $1,500 or $1,600 on something that I can say a quarter of I didn't like. But they're the Rebels characters, and I want to get them. And Thrawn is just, I got to have a Thrawn. I don't care if it's the book Thrawn, live action Thrawn, whatever. A good Thrawn figure, I just want to have it in the collection.
That makes sense, though. I get that.
But
you're probably
me,
right.
Ezra would be, but I think Darkseid Anakin would sell better.
Yeah.
So
for sure.
they did that, or they did just Anakin in some form or fashion, Anakin. Like, and maybe what if, hey, selling point for the Anakin, because they just had the Artisan and other stuff. Selling point for the Anakin. I'm thinking what they did with the IG-12. What if, to charge a little bit extra, like, I don't know, $315, $320 for Anakin? if they threw in another Ahsoka, or just the front faceplate that's her with yellow eyes.
Dude, I like
just
the way
with
wow.
If they had that with it, like they did IG-12, or a not quite the same thing, but in a bigger scale, when they put that carnage to try and sell some of those deluxes, they included that bust with the extra head sculpt for Venom, for Eddie Brock, the half face sculpt. That could be a selling point where it would help it fit with the Ahsoka line a little bit more too.
Yes.
So it'd be easy for them to do. It doesn't have to be rage face or anything like that, but more serious Starlight. And it gives you another facial thing to want to stick with her. It helps sell the Ahsoka the White a little bit more.
No, I totally agree with that, Lane.
I agree.
I just want to chime in real quick. We could continue to talk about that. I'm going to do the giveaway here in just a minute. So this is your chance. Spread the word around. If you want to go ahead and enter this giveaway, you have to be present in here right now. You've got a minute or two to make sure you're in here. And then I'm going to go ahead and we're going to draw this. Again, if you didn't comment on the video from 2 weeks ago, it's in the video description. Go to it right now. We're going to go ahead and do this. What you're going to be able to win, if I can go ahead and blow this up onto the screen and just see me. And hopefully I got that other program up, Jay, so it's running a little bit. My hard drive here on the computer is running a little bit slow. But you can see right here the Han Deluxe from my personal collection, from me to you. Now, all you got to do, besides believe, is do everything in there. Happy to give this away, just like Mama Luigi, who won in the past, just like Defio Dome, who also won. You have to pay the shipping, baby. But I'll go ahead and pack it up. You'll get it in the original brown shipper. But you'll have to reach out to me on Instagram or on Facebook, and I'll tell you what the shipping fee is, and then we'll get this out for you. But who's ready to go ahead and do this?
Aries Aries will be sending out delivering stuff faster than it seems Sideshow is actually getting releases that have already come out to people here.
Right.
Jeez. Well, I don't know if you noticed, Aries or Newsman and stuff. It does seem like, if you're buying from Sideshow, they've had a lot of releases, including the Batman, the Mark III, even back to the Mark III, Peacemaker. Like a lot of the recent releases in the last 2 months, a lot of people seem to still be waiting just to get stuff sent to them. It's like it is. I guess how people used to say how it used to be. Oh, you got to wait 2 or 3 months after you see that. And
that's
showed up.
It is.
We were expecting for stuff to be coming to people now already. By now, I think a lot more.
Late Bloomer, my guy Late Bloomer is still waiting for his Doc Ock. And that was September.
Wow, really?
Yeah. Well, here we go, guys.
Now, here we go. Let's see if Aries can get it number on first try. Somebody be here.
Good luck to everybody who's stuck in here, and we're going to do it. I'm waiting for it to show on my screen. Again, the computer running a little bit slow.
You still have to do the addition problem too.
Just bear with me. I already did it in advance. Addition problem, so it should be good. Do you guys see it yet, my friends?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, we see it.
You see it on the screen? All right.
Matt, if you need comment 65.
All right, then here we go. I'm going to go ahead and draw this. Who's ready, baby?
Let's do it.
Go for it.
Can you see it, Jay?
Yep.
I'm going to hit start right now.
All right, here we go.
Let's see, what do we got it?
Chris Gross Nickel. Is
he here?
Chris Gross Nickel, are you here?
You gotta be here.
Not seeing him yet.
Nope.
Dun 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 dun. I'm hoping because it's like keeping track or something on countdown. He's been the official like stopwatch guy.
Yep. I'm giving it 30 more. I'm giving it 30 seconds. We're already at 10. So got another 20 seconds.
Come on, guys, man, you making it tough on poor Aries trying to give away. You're muted, Aries.
Okay, we got 8 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rolled it again.
Yep. Got to refresh the page.
Did Aries freeze up?
We can't hear you.
He's muted.
Are we going to do this again?
Yep.
I had to go and jinx it, didn't I?
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now. Yep.
Yeah, I got to go refresh this. Darn. Okay. So let me go ahead and do that. I want to make sure I have the link highlighted here so I could just copy and paste this. Jay, there's got to be an easier way to do this.
I mean, that's the way I do it. It's just, it's not the best. It's not the best, but it's effective. It gets the job done.
All right. Well, that's it. Here we go. And I'm going to filter duplicate users.
Yep.
And I am going to make the duration 6 seconds. And I am going to make this 9.
9.
And let's go ahead and get the YouTube comments. Now there's 68. Ooh, some people took advantage.
Ooh.
All right, are we ready? Here we go. Tom.
Wow, that was short.
Daly. And I think I've seen him in here today. Tom, you got 30 seconds, baby. Are you still here?
Starting the clock.
Waiting.
I thought I saw Tom Daly in here before.
We're hoping.
But you have to wonder.
Yeah, Luigi's like, that was very short. Into the
It was.
I should do these where it's like 5 seconds and everyone's got to be like that cue system. It's like, oh, yeah.
Right.
I missed it. Aries. I thought I saw Tom. Wow. All right, start the countdown.
Start it again.
Maybe we went to Monday Night Football. Dun, 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 dun. No,
man, this has
Tom.
been really hard
Wow.
to give away.
No Tom Daly.
Man, Aries, you might need to be giving away like $300 figures, $300 figures. Maybe that's the stipend to be able to give it away on the first roll.
Maybe I got to give away a Dark Side Anakin since I could get the Jay will kill me.
You would have like a
Jay won't let me.
Jay
will not let me do this.
No. I'm sure you would have people get it on front. People would fly. Me.
All right, let me put this in again. Gosh. People.
Solo.
People. All right. Filter duplicate users.
You're going to hate this website.
Number of winners 1. I do hate it, dude. But I like what we're doing. 5 plus 5 is what? Get the comments. Let's see if it's still 68. Still 68. Are we ready to roll again?
Let's do it.
Try it again.
Please let it be somebody in the freaking chat.
Seriously. Come on.
Bob Darcy. Is Bob Darcy in the Mick House?
I was kind of hoping it was just going to stop on Charlie the Unicorn there. Like,
I did too. That would have been funny.
I know. Like, anybody I'm seeing on the screen right now? Well, Bob Darcy, I see commented just a little bit ago. He's definitely here.
Oh, wow.
Oh, okay. Bob Darcy.
Okay.
Bob, are you here?
He's here. He's in the house.
Oh, Bob is in the Mick House.
He's here.
Bob Darcy says hello. Then Bob Darcy, congratulations to you, baby. You are the winner of the Solo figure, my friend. Go ahead and reach out to me, the Dark Jedi, on Instagram. It's 6 Scale Cantina. Or also Aries Tarrington, 6 Scale Cantina. If you don't follow on Facebook, on there as well. And I'll let you know the shipping. You just gotta send that to me, and we'll get this out to you, baby. It's my pleasure. Congratulations! Wow, that's 3 winners already. Everybody in here, and Jay, Brent, and Lane. But it seems like every time I do this, a lot of people don't. They're not here. They don't understand. They got to be present.
Nope.
No giveaway can be done without pain on the road to being completed.
It shouldn't be this hard, but no, we understand. Not everybody, right? Jay can make all these these shows for sure, but
exactly. Yep.
Yes, Bob. Thanks everyone. My lucky day. You know, I've never won anything. I never luck. I mean, I've won games like bingo. I've won some fights, but I never won a damn giveaway contest, dudes. I never won the lottery. I never win a free. Maybe I should do a giveaway, just for myself, and then I could say I won. There you go. There you go. I never win.
There you go.
Well, I'm hoping we might eventually see that Ed 209 giveaway that I'm sure Brother Cousins in 2030 will probably be doing.
Oh no.
Well, Aries,
I became a millionaire, and I bought 5 more.
What's that, Brandon?
I said the next giveaway, just rig that thing so that your name pops up, and then you can just give it to yourself.
That would be the best.
And I'll actually go out and actually mail it to myself. And
well,
guys,
that could be the best Christmas present. You know, you get it set, you order. You're like, I need it day one, so you go order it from Hong Kong, that the Hot Toy release, and you need your Cobb Vamp day one, so you go order it from there, get it shipped as fast as possible, and it's waiting there under the tree as a gift to yourself.
Well, listen, everybody.
Wonderful.
Well, tease my Christmas Eve show like I do every year. Don't forget, it's going to be on Christmas Eve. Ooh. It's going to be coming soon. I'm going to put the banner up a month early. Gosh, probably going to put it right up after Thanksgiving. Which, speaking of Thanksgiving, happy Thanksgiving week to everybody in here. I will be live next Monday on Raw. And what you're going to do when the Dark Jedi gives away yet another figure here for next week. You're not going to want to miss that. If you didn't watch this week's market show, I did put it out yesterday. Go ahead and check it out. I'll have another market show this week. I've got not only 1, but 2 membership videos that are coming out, which is going to make Lane.
That was going to be my question. Yeah, if you had to.
Yes, we got 2 coming out. A whole Drunk on Coffee show. So it won't be a 5-minute show. You're going to get a long one there. Plus, you're going to get another show, and then I'm going to be blasting you with those during the holiday season.
What, $3.99, $4.99?
It's cheaper than a dozen eggs.
Yeah,
in most places, it's cheaper than a gallon of gas.
Probably more than this.
Go ahead and join 6 Scale Cantina, baby. All you got to do is click on the little join button, believe, and then you could be a member like Lane, and then you can hang out with Lane and all that kind of good stuff.
Yeah. Well, hey, and just think about it this week, maybe even more expensive. Think how many eggs are going into pots and pans for turkey time this week.
I don't even want to talk about it. I just came from the grocery store. Oh my God, $300 later. There we go.
Hey, look, that's why I'm giving this stuff away, baby. It's
well, when you can't pick up the Cobb Vanth, I'll take it off your hands, Chip.
That one I'm not giving away. But wow, what a great show. Late at night here. Still got 70 in here after the giveaway. I really appreciate
everyone for joining us.
The support. Yes. If you didn't hit the like button, go ahead and do that now. That helps the algorithm of the channel. I will tell you that Jay, he has a wonderful channel. Please subscribe to Brother Cousins. He's like a brother to me here, this guy. I got to meet him and his wonderful family. He's got a great channel. If you're not subscribed to Jay, please go do that. He's got his show, Best of the Best. And I'm usually on that show when I can make it. I'll be making it again this week. So make sure you tune in on Thursday. Somewhere between 8 and 8:30 when he has it. So make sure you guys are there. Again, I will be putting out another market show. Just one yesterday. Check it out. You're going to be getting a couple of insider videos. Check that out. And
content is coming, baby. Not a
if
lot
they
of
come out
announcements, but 6 Scale Cantina content never takes a break.
Never. And if they come out with Dark Side Anakin, I'm going live. Just watch for live and Raw, Aries live. If they come out with Han, I'm going live. If they come out with Frog Lady, I'm going to go live with that one.
I think we might be a little beyond that. I think the half-life for the Frog
Ahsoka Anakin is announced on Friday morning at 3:30. Aries, are you going live at Friday morning at 3:30?
That freaking Anakin, yes. Balin, no. The characters we know, that the ones that we think are coming, you know, the Inquisitors, stuff like that. No. But yes, Dark Side, we don't really know. Yes.
I'm going to do.
Go, Lane.
No. You're saying you're starting the outros for everybody. I'll make my comment. 10 seconds early.
All right, gentlemen, and everybody in the chat. I don't always spill coffee and then drink spotchka, but when I do, I do it right here at the 6 Scale Cantina. Oh, don't forget, this may be coming as well. Stay thirsty, baby.
All right. But this is the last time.
Awesome.
You guys are awesome, man.
Likewise.
You guys are awesome.
Likewise.
I goofed there. I thought I was meaning to do my quick promo. I thought you were.
Oh, I'm sorry, bro.
I thought you were doing the kind of for Star Wars Newsman, and then we're coming to me, and I was going to do my thing, and I didn't realize you were. And I was like, nope. Okay.